This is Damon Stevens with FinWealth Builders. Today is Tuesday, July 12th, 2022, and the stock market update for trades of the day. And it was quite the day today. Lots of sell-off going off at the end of the day here as, profits were being taken before the CPI numbers come out tomorrow. So be careful if you didn't do that, or if you're short in the market, just be careful. We don't know exactly what the numbers are going to be. Obviously, people are thinking that they're going to be negative. We're seeing, and we'll get into it here shortly, over 2-to-1 investors shorting the market, expecting more down numbers. So just be aware of that as we get into this. And we'll look at some charts here and see so that you're ready for tomorrow. So looking, at the stock market today, you can see Dow Jones closed down 0.62%, Nasdaq down 0.95%, and S&P 500 down 0.92%. You see here on the charts there on the Dow at the top, across the top there, you can see that it's pretty well flat for the day, and then the sell-off kind of happened at the end of the day where profits were being taken. You can also see off our heat map here that just right above me that Apple did pretty good today. Still kind of closed almost flat, but across the board, pretty mixed. A lot of red, lots of sell-off. You can see kind of what was being sold off today. And then if you look over, on the left here at this, our scanner, you can see SMED, nice jump today, but we didn't trade this one. It was basically announcement for a sale of the company. So anytime you see that, you're going to see a spike up to whatever that price is, and it's just going to stay there. So we did not trade that one today. But it did hit the scanner, and so we did go to at least look at it, what was going on. But there are some others that we did trade today, and we'll get into that. But first, let's kind of take a look at what's going on right now. So ES, this is the 15-minute chart for S&P 500 futures. You can see here the futures is pulled down towards the bottom. So you can see here is at the bottom of our deviation band, tagged the top of our deviation band, did a double top, and then pull back down, and now it's back to lower deviation bands. And you see that we're kind of consolidating here right at support, which is kind of interesting. I watched it kind of take this little spike down below the trend line, our deviation band, and then right back up to a support level at the close. So it obviously leaves it open for tomorrow for interpretation of whether the market's going up or down when it does that. So market's pretty smart about keeping us guessing, and obviously it's doing a great job of that where it closed today. Looking at a multi-day trade, this one we covered yesterday, KSPN. You see the high here was 738 yesterday, and then spiked up to 1010 today. And then with the sell-off, this just came all the way back down here below all of these highs. So do we have any more to play on this one? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see how the market goes tomorrow, but right now, nothing really showing. Looking at the market then, as far as the, the news and what we're covering here, tomorrow you see CPI, the core, consumer price index getting covered here, right, pre-market. And then you have jobless claims on Thursday, retail sales on Friday. So a lot of news this week that very well could affect the market. So just be careful if you trade down there. And then here's the interesting chart. This is what I was talking about. So yesterday, right here, there's these huge spikes, green spikes here of calls. People who bought, all these green lines are calls. There were huge spikes, and they're all gone. So they were all cashed out today, expecting the market to come down. And you see here that what's left is a lot of these put contracts. This one's at 378. This is kind of a put wall. So 378 maybe where the market might come down to. Could come down lower. If it does, it's going to reward them, and they'll probably cash out as well. But boy, they the ones who were long on the market cashed out today, and so now you're sitting at over two people shorting the market, investors shorting the market for every one that's in there. So definitely the odds are hopefully they're hoping that the market's going to come down tomorrow. If they do, obviously we could clear out some of this, or you might see an addition of additional puts if people think the market's going to continue to go down the rest of the week. So just be careful. The other thing at the top here, you'll see on the left here, you have stock price, max pain. So stock price sitting around that 380, max pain's 385. So if the market wants to take most of its money back, it's got to close at 385. because we got about a $5 move to the upside if it wants to shut those people out that are shorting the market. But here's the ones that we're talking about that were exciting. So Boeing, nice run up today. Ran up from this 134.90, so 135, clear up to 149. So nice run up, consolidation. We're sitting on the 20, so looking for additional move tomorrow. But you can see that we came down from our lower deviation band, clear up to the upper deviation band today in one day. So that's great. GameStop, same thing. We came down here, we're 127.50 at the lower deviation band, ran all the way to the top and touched the top of our deviation band. So that's exactly the play you want to see. That's just an amazing home run. And then we pull back here. We're sitting under the 20-day, which I don't like, but we're still hovering above the rest of the moving averages. So we'll see if we get additional run tomorrow with GameStop. But nice run for today. Google, you can see Google here is kind of in this channel. It's kind of going back and forth here, up and down, and we closed at the bottom of this candle. So that's more bearish than bullish. So we'll see if we get a pull down tomorrow. It's very likely that we could. Amazon closing at the bottom of the candle as well, below the 20, and you see again it's just kind of waving back and forth, through here. So it's very likely we could have a pullback on Amazon as well if the news is bad. Apple, nice run. It had a nice run. I mean, it was at our lower deviation band, ran up to the upper deviation band, sitting here, above the 50-day moving average. So we'll see if we can get a rally out tomorrow. If the news is bad, it could drag the whole market down here if it pulls back. But right now, Apple's trying to make a nice bullish move here. Nvidia, so Nvidia, you can see here, just kind of consolidating in this area and really closed at the bottom of the candle, which is more weak. And we're seeing consistently. Same with Meta. Meta is kind of in this consolidation channel, up and down, close at the bottom of the candle. Very well could come down and test these lows again. Tesla, nice little play here. It was kind of going up and down through this channel. Came up, on the weekend, it was going up to like 760. I thought, wow, boy, maybe we can break towards 800. And then boom, boom, it just closed down and just closed out and shut down. Rode all the way down Friday, all the way down to our Monday to 700, and we didn't recover much today. So we're still down here towards the lows. So below this candle. So we could start to see this. Maybe if the news is bad, maybe come down to 660, 640. If it's really bad, maybe come down, test these lows again at 600. So something to be aware of with Tesla. If you have not subscribed, definitely subscribe. Definitely like our videos, and again, go to finwealthlive.com where you can join our free Discord. Get the numbers before we open the market as far as what we're trading, when we're getting in, when we're getting out. So definitely take advantage of that that service out there. We also have some training out there, a membership, and some other services out there. So definitely check it out. Look at the dollar. You can see the dollar here. We're sitting there kind of flat on the top of the highs. So, with the dollar elevated, what you can expect. You can expect gold to be down. So gold is down, and it's sitting here right, where our trend line is and our deviation bands. We're sitting right at the bottom of those deviation bands right now. So if we can get some support and bounce off here, but right now gold continues to remain weak. U.S. oil back down here, a higher low, which is good. But we're down here at the bottom of our lower deviation bands. We found support. We've not tagged the 200 yet, which is down here in the orange. So it's trying to rally up here, but definitely showing some weakness in U.S. oil. On the VIX, got this little grouping about 3 days here. If it spikes back up and goes back in this channel that we're talking about the last, few weeks here, there could be a problem here. If this spikes up tomorrow morning, the market's coming down, and possibly test reloads if it comes up to the top here again, and we can continue to chop in this wedge here. SPY daily closed on the lows, headed down, closed right at 380, critical support. We break at 380, probably coming down lower, maybe down to 365, maybe 360. If we get a huge sell-off. Otherwise, maybe we'll get some support here, maybe it's around 370, get a bounce off there if the market's not too bad. So here's the weekly chart. Again, you can see we're just kind of consolidating here on the lower deviation bands. And it's just kind of holding a support, support above that level. Triple Qs, see here, kind of in this little channel. So, Triple Q is looking for a play, but it's at the bottom of the deviation, bottom of the candle and at the 20-day moving average. And so, it's possible we could see this come down. Semiconductors, flat dojis, there's more just like flat indecision candles for 2 days now, waiting for some direction. IWM closed at the bottom of its candle, more bearish here. It looks like it very well could pull down here to test some lows. Financials, bottom of the candle, kind of elevated, but obviously could pull back down here and test these lows. Looking at healthcare had this nice little rally up, kind of pulled back here, showed some weakness, sitting down here below our resistance line, so very well could see additional pullback, even maybe just down to the 20-day. So looking, to see if we can, sustain strength in healthcare through possibly some bad announcements tomorrow. XLE, you can see here, right down the 20-day, 200-day moving average. So this is second time, so this could be a double bounce off here. But if we break this 20-day or the 200-day moving average, we could come down and test the bottom of our deviation band or break down to new lows. Bitcoin kind of stuck in this wedge, or in this this range here, just kind of going back and forth at the bottom of the candle though, so it's showing weakness for today. For tonight, same with Ethereum, in this little narrow channel. And at the bottom of our candles, so definitely expect some weakness in Ethereum as well. So that's our stocks, our cryptos, and how we see the market. Definitely got our watch list for tomorrow. Be careful trading out there with the CPI numbers. Let's see what they're going to be, and hopefully that'll give some direction tomorrow. Whether the market wants to rally back up and start to rally from here, or if we're going to kind of pull back and maybe hit some new lows. So everybody stay safe out there. We'll talk tomorrow night, see how your trading went for the day, and plan out our next plan of attack here. Everybody have a great night.